Yo, what's up, guys? We are back with another episode of the Smith Bros, and Isaac
Nope,
is
I don't want to hear it.
wearing
I don't wanna hear what you have to say.
sunglasses.
Okay,
So there's that.
it's just it's the look. It's a style.
That's just we don't
It's a
know
style
why
choice.
he's doing
It's a
that.
style
There's not a
choice.
real
It's a
reason.
style choice.
Doesn't make sense.
Y'all like
It's a style
people
choice.
rock with it.
We're
I don't wanna hear it.
we're inside, so it doesn't make sense. But anyways, so guys, welcome back to another one, and we're having Dr. Sherwood on, and we're going to bring him on in just a minute. But before we do, we got to tell you guys, we have our website up, and there's been some like technical difficulties, but we got it all figured out now. So check out our what is this? How do we do this? I literally forgot it. There we go. Boom. Wow. I'm a rookie. Anyways, go to the website. You can subscribe to our mind-blowing, truth bomb-filled newsletters. If you click this little button right here, fill it out, and you will get a newsletter from us. And this is also in case any nonsense ever happens with YouTube. You guys can find us on our website. You don't ever got to worry about losing us because this app might.
You know they'll do it on a whim. They did it to Tate, and he didn't even do nothing. So.
Yeah, they came at Tate. They come at everything.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're going to be talking about a few things. The Queen died. She was like 96 years old. Couldn't make it to 100. R.I.P. Or are we happy about it? Who knows? You know, we're going to get into, so there's some things that we heard about the royal families. We'll get into that, with her son being on Epstein Island and all that stuff. But anyways, so we're going to bring Dr. Sherwood on right now. And we're going to talk about Netflix and the gay agenda as well, too, because they're pushing a lot of homosexuality for no reason. So here we go. Dr. Sherwood, how are you doing, sir?
It's good to see you guys. I don't know if Isaac can see me there in those glasses, but hey, at least you look cool, man. I got to tell you, you get like a 10 plus, boom, for the cool factor. Well done.
Oh, for sure. You look great, pal. Anyway. So anyways,
there's no need for the quotes.
Thank you, Cat Marvel, for $5. Guys, please keep doing what we're doing. We don't intend to stop. So thank you very much. So, Dr. Sherwood, so the Queen is dead. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I did. Good news is the king is alive, right? So
I
look at it like, man, honestly, what a life, what a legacy. Appeared, I never met her, but I really appreciate the consistency with which she appeared to lead. I didn't see her get frazzled. I didn't see her get ultra crazy political. And I do appreciate that. My hope is, and I'm sincere with this, I hope that she knew Jesus as her Lord and Savior. I'm going to say that because I believe it's important.
Of course.
And I hope that she left this earth and immediately is living in the presence of God. That's what I hope. Mm-hmm. And my prayer is for the nation of England that when now with a new king, and King Charles, my prayer is the same for him, that he will recognize, who God is and keep him at the forefront.
Right. How old is he? Because she's 96. That's her son. He's got to be pushing too pretty high numbers. Like maybe, if he makes it as long as his mom, then he's good for a few more years. But no,
I just didn't think it was possible for her to die, to be honest.
You see all those memes? She's going to live forever.
No,
70-year reign.
I don't know why.
Yeah, crazy, huh?
15.
70 years. Someone said King Charles is 100 years old too.
What?
That's not possible because she was 96 and she's a mom.
I think he's probably in his 60s, I believe.
Someone said 60s or someone said 73. I don't know if that's
question
true.
Mark.
But somebody asked earlier, what's our website? SmithBrosPodcast.com, just in case you didn't see that earlier. And we can pull it again later. But anyways, so the Queen's dead. Here's the thing, and this is all alleged. Someone said 66, so maybe that's how old he is. I'm not saying this is truth or fact, but because the Queen is dead, and we're not, from the UK, so like for us, it's not like a huge hit to us in any way. Our leaders, we get attached to them every 4 to 8 years, and then they're gone. Except for Trump, he's like everyone loves him still. They can't let go. They can't let go of Trump. But what I was gonna say is there is some things I've heard about the royal family. Obviously with Harry marrying Meghan Markle, who was an actress. Yes. They're trying to say she's racist and that they're all racist because she first of all, she's like 5% black. So
5%.
I remember 25%. I don't know. She's and I was just she's not. They try to make her look bad in her ending years, but I think there's some sketchiness with not necessarily her, but her son, or was it? Is it her son that went to?
It was
what was his name?
Harry.
It wasn't Harry. It wasn't Harry. It was William.
William?
I I could totally look it up.
I don't know the royal
Hold
family
on.
to be honest. I don't know their name.
Hey, that's true. Remember that hater from last week who was like commenting, sending me money just to be rude? He said,
Oh yeah, but it doesn't bother me. I kind of get used to that stuff.
He just sent us another one. No,
Thank
it's
you.
fun. It's entertaining.
Appreciate
DB, thank you for the $5. Titus, you hear that the Supreme Court dismissed Trump's lawsuit against Hillary? Oof, your videos are terrible. Wait, no, I said that. Oof, your videos are terrible. That's probably
it was an all uppercase.
Thank you, DB. I appreciate the $5. Anyways, the queen. I'm not gonna be mad at someone. First of all, like I said last week, how are y'all gonna be supporting me, but not supporting me? But DB supporting me. DB said $5.
DB, you're a real one.
You're a real one. Do we appreciate it? No, but anyways, did you hear about that Dutch window about her? What is his name? Who was on Epstein Island?
About her what?
Prince.
Yeah, one of the members of the royal family apparently.
Andrew
was on the flight log.
I remember right before
to Epstein Island.
Yeah.
Which kind of just makes you question the family and maybe their ties. Because there's a lot of wealthy families that were tied up with the whole Epstein thing. So I don't know, like
that's sketchy. We're still. I mean, we're not about dealing with Maxwell, but like, where's the list? Because we all know some people are on there that we're not supposed to see on there. But yeah, what do you think about that with Prince Andrew? Because he was definitely someone that's been involved with a lot of sketchy things, and that's her son. And obviously, you can't blame one person in a family and say their whole family is corrupt. Like that'd be wrong. Like if someone in our family committed murder, our cousin or something, it's not like, oh shoot, well they all are guilty. But at the same time, money corrupts people.
Yeah, man. We all need to understand that power, money, influence, the love of money specifically, is the root of all evil, and the temptations out there for every one of us. And look, in every family line, yours, mine, everybody. If we're just completely honest, there's some people that do dumb things.
Yes,
and in all of us, I'm capable of doing anything stupid, dumb, and anything also good. And I realize that. But kind of the issue is when you get into the idea of the more you're known, the more you're going to be criticized. When I was on the power team, this is dating back probably 25 years ago now, the founder of the power team, John Jacobs, who I still have a good relationship with, he pulled me aside one day and he said something to me that's always stuck with me to this day. He said, Mark, you're a talented guy. He goes, you can probably achieve anything you want to achieve in life.
Yeah.
But he goes, you're just like, he goes, I want you to remember this. And I'm thinking, this is the founder of the power team telling me a life lesson. I'm going to listen. And he said to me, he goes, you are like a baboon in a zoo. And I'm thinking to myself, what are you talking about, man? He goes, no, listen to me. He goes, people gravitate to watch the strength, the agility, and they want to see that baboon climb to the top of that tree. They want to see how high he can climb and how strong he is and how agile he is.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, I got that. He goes, people will come around and see that because they want to see that strength.
Yeah,
they want to see that power. They want to see that idea of that, that just agility part.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, but the higher that baboon climbs in that tree, and I'm gonna use a word right now because I want to use it for effect. So you guys forgive me later, all right? Forgive me now ahead of time.
Yeah.
He said, the higher that baboon climbs in that tree, the more of his ass you will see.
That makes
And I thought to myself, that's right. And so people that are in a high profile case, life like that, the more of your backside they'll see.
Yeah.
And, we criticize all the time, and we there's stuff in every family, and I think we just got to kind of temper it back and realize that it's magnified more the more name you have.
That is very true. That's a good way to look at it. My thing is, I just, anybody involved with Epstein, I'm like, you're the worst in everyone in your family. It's terrible. But hold on, we got to go. Some of these comments are cracking me up. So our friend Josh, he said, I think, take your glasses off. Take it off now. And he said,
that's funny.
I said now. Quick. I know you see my message. And someone else said something about there's not a transgender speaking. That's racist.
That's good.
it was dark timeline. Where was it? I was crying. I don't see a transgender talking, so this is racist. I'm done. That's hilarious. DB, lock up Trump. Yeah, you can keep lock up Trump all you want. Just send me another $5 and that'll be great. Thank you.
Right.
No, but anyways, yeah. So I like that outlook because it's true. Like for me and Isaac, and I'm sure you as well. Like when you create some sense of what is the word? People knowing who you are.
Yeah, notoriety.
Notoriety, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, then it's like you're immediately like there's a target on your back. So people find any reason to like attack you or like make you look bad. And so I shouldn't assume, but it is just like I'm so distrusting of government and people, politicians, of people, and it's like if I'm distrusting of like a government and politicians that have not been there their whole life, I'm like super distrusting of someone of a family that has been a monarchy for the beginning of time. I don't know how
Seems
long.
like it. Someone commented the royal family is a reptilian family. And I was like, huh?
Yeah, honestly.
People actually believe that all these royal rich families are reptilians. And I'm like, huh?
Yeah, there's
reptilian people?
They are. You didn't know that?
I don't know about
They're all reptilian people.
That's hilarious.
Did
keep this in mind too. Like the history of America was really trying to get away from those people. I mean, you forget kind of about that. It's I don't want to be around that, so I don't want to be controlled. Yeah. So therefore, I want to come over here and get out of that monarchical, elitist control.
And now they're trying to bring that back.
Yeah, exactly.
Through socialism and aka communism, and trying to have someone be at the top helping everyone else live their lives properly because we know what's best for you. You don't. That's literally the whole purpose of America, is the freedom to do what we want to. Life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, like being able to make our own decisions, build our own wealth, build our own life, and no one else doing. But no. We need a monarchy. That's why. I mean, I think that's why the U.S. is so. I mean, they try and like glamorize the monarchy of Britain, like glamorize the king, the queen. Oh, like first of all, this is not American news. Like we can know about it, but like it's not like a huge deal to us. I mean, a life lost is a life lost, and that's sad. But like it's not something that we need to like ponder. This isn't it's not like Biden got shot or something or Biden died. It's like, and not a lot of people would be happy about that, but it's not. I'm not happy people died, even though I disagree with everything. I'm not gonna be happy that he's just.
It's like if anything's talked about a lot in the media, you just gotta really look and see what's actually happening, because everything is a false flag. They just want you to look over here. The queen died. Sad.
Exactly.
The queen died. Now let's talk about it for the next 2 weeks while we're passing legislation. And and they don't know what's happening. That's.
Exactly.
Let's just take a
DB, look. I told you, send me $5 if you're going to be spamming the comment section, okay? You can't just be spamming the comment section because people are going to get mad at me because I didn't ban you from the live stream, but I'm just waiting for you to send me more money, and then maybe I'll ban you. So yeah,
$5, please.
$5 minimum.
That's crazy.
But you don't. There's no cap past that though. You can go as high as you want, pal. But no. My Dr. Sherwood. Okay, we can talk about Queen Elizabeth all day, but here's the thing: I did just say that she's not relevant to our country and us. So let's go to the next topic, which is something I'm way more passionate about. Way more passionate. So this makes me angry. And Isaac, so I think you saw this first. There's a TikTok of this girl. She's like opens up her laptop.
At the top.
What did I just say?
I don't know. You didn't say.
She opens up her laptop and it goes Netflix.
At the top of it, it says Netflix. What was it?
Whoa!
Watching Netflix in 2022.
Yeah, and it was like gay. My brother is gay. My sister is gay. My brother is gay. That gay. And I was like, finally, and this person's not a conservative creator. She just makes her own content. This is totally irrelevant to like politics or controversial things. To my understanding, it's certainly not conservative. Mm-hmm. And I was like, the fact that someone who doesn't even like do what we do is noticing this is like, wow, this is crazy.
Yeah,
is insane. It's like Titus is homophobic. DB. I'm not afraid of gay people. Anyways, but no, it's insane. They push this agenda, and I made a video, and I was like, it's not even realistic. I was like, gay people are so minute. Like, they're so minimal to the grand scheme of the whole world. So I was like, okay, we're believers, so our opinion on it is obviously different than other people's that are like, okay, like you, like, and even in my beliefs, it's like, you're allowed to live that way. Like, I'm not going to physically stop you from doing it, but if you want to be realistic, representation, you would represent it, paralleling reality. everyone's not gay. Your cousin's not gay. Not everybody's cousin's gay. Not everyone's comes out in the third season to be bi. Or not everyone is. Oh, I realize I've been a woman my whole life, or I think I've been a man. That doesn't happen. That's not how life works. That's not paralleling reality. And so it's clearly indoctrination. Let's push this sexualization, men sleeping with men, and trends and all this stuff. Let's push this on the young people so their minds are warped. They're desensitized to this not being normal, and maybe we can start changing people, messing with people's lives, because there's a psychological issue with you, specifically if you're transgender. Now there's like spiritual, and that's spiritual as well, but like, that with homosexuality, it's like, sure, you're like, you can't tell someone they're not attracted to someone else, but you can actually tell someone you are not a girl if you're born a boy. Like, you're not. Now, with homosexuality, you can believe that you are something, and people have. And then there's sin. We have carnal flesh, and there's like desires that like we all have that we shouldn't have sometimes. There's desires, but with that's how it started. Let's push this out. You can't tell someone what they feel. Like it's just not a choice. It's how they were born. Blah 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 blah. Well, transgender. Now they're trying to say you were born a boy if you were a girl. It's like, no. You're not.
I don't freaking care how you feel, man. Like, I really don't. Like, so many people wake up every day and don't feel like working, but they go to their job because they need to, because reality says if I don't work, I'm not eating. So I don't care if you feel like you're a woman, you're not, because reality says you're a man. That's so dumb. And Netflix is just so intent to force people to believe this. And they're really going after the young generation with these cartoon TV shows.
Exactly.
Putting it out there now.
DB, I'm gonna have to put you in a timeout if you're not gonna send me $5. Because
I find it super sad, you guys, that when the world's going that direction, because look, it's a perversion of normalcy, isn't it? I mean, it's like, we can't. I mean, it makes sense. A man and a man can't procreate and make a baby, nor can a woman and a woman procreate and make a baby.
Exactly.
And that's common sense. So let's pretend for a second, in just a far-fetched way, that was okay and that's God's intent.
Yeah.
If that was okay and that was God's intent for everybody to be attracted and trying to couple up with a person of the same sex, well, how long is it going to be, rocket scientists out there in Cyberland? How long is it going to be before we have no one left on planet Earth, including you?
That's
right?
just,
and I mean, seriously, you can't.
Just common sense.
You guys the same. Look, I love everybody.
Yeah,
I do. Honest to God, I am in a place where I have people within my practice that believe like that, and that's okay. I love them, honor them, appreciate them. 100%. Just like everybody else.
Yeah.
I know that there are consequences for those behaviors.
Monkeypox.
And those behaviors will never bring around a peace or a calm, and they will never fill that hole in your heart that is one that it can only be filled with love. And I'll go one step further, and I appreciate what you guys stand for. The void in our heart that can only be filled with love can't be filled with a man or woman anyway. It's got to be filled with God.
Yeah.
And this is the key point right there. And so as much as I appreciate people wanting to find love, I challenge them to look for the source of real love, which is the person that made them in the first place.
Talk.
There it is.
Preached that.
I was I was just so mad when I turned on the Sandman, and like I'm gonna spoil it for those who haven't seen it yet. So y'all, if you haven't seen it and you want to, you're not gonna want to after I say this. Anyways, I'm like 5 episodes in, and there's this guy who has this stone that makes people like be their real selves or their truth or whatever, and all these people in the diner are straight. Every single one except for one person. There's one person that was gay.
I know where this is going.
By the end of the episode,
everyone's gay.
Every single person was acting out on how they truly felt and started making out and doing stuff with guys and girls and girls. I was like, what is this? Yes. This is their true selves. It's so obvious and so blatant what they're trying to do now. It's disgusting. I was just like, yo, everybody's not gay.
No.
What are you talking
$3 from
about?
Joel. Thank you so much.
Well, I tell you something else too. You look back at our history. The history of our world, the history of our country. This behavior has always been out there. It's a behavior that's nothing new, but it's never been glorified and given the attention it's given today. And the more attention we give something, the more fuel we give it, the more power we give it, the more influence we give it, the more ability to bring change through it. So you're almost feeding it every day by, glorifying it. And we know we're living in a time, men, where, my goodness, I mean, what is now considered acceptable was once considered unacceptable. What is now considered normal was once considered abnormal. And even once now it was considered completely immoral, was once very moral. And it's like everything's flipped upside down. And so,
well, it says in the last days, evil will be seen as good and good will be seen as evil. And that's literally what's happening. I've been saying that. I'm like, yo, it's crazy. I'm shocked that people will call you bigoted, hateful if you say, if you're born a man, you're a man, no matter what you do yourself. That's bigoted and hateful.
Oh my goodness!
Like, how dare you tell me the truth?
Yeah.
How dare
shame on you?
Yeah, exactly. It's disrespectful, and I'm like, people get fired from their jobs. I mean, in California, like 3 years ago, Lana was telling us that people will just get fired if someone finds out something about you that you're like conservative or like you support certain beliefs or support a certain lifestyle. They will fire you.
Isn't that insane?
That can't be legal, but they do it anyway. And I'm like, this is, and it's like, if people, you guys said it's a choice, right? They say, oh, being gay is a choice. Then why are you pushing it on kids? If it's a choice, they would know, right? They'd be like, oh shoot, I'm gay,
right?
Like they wouldn't need you to represent them in movies, and that's why. And I think it started with like on Netflix or on Stranger Things. Like there's a bunch of there's this character in it, and Will he turned him gay. I don't know
why.
He's been in love with his best friend his whole life. No, he wasn't.
No, that was
he wasn't.
You wouldn't have seen.
They didn't announce it like in the show, but like we all know the direction where it's going. And all these television shows you watch, it's like they're trying to. Why are you trying to make these kids confused? And now because there's a kid who's confused about something, like maybe a kid, when you're a little boy, like you're just like, ooh cooties, ooh girls. Oh, maybe I like boys because girls have cooties and. But my best friend, maybe I'm in love with him.
Now that's what they're saying.
It's like they're pushing this in movies and TV shows, and one of these kids to see this emotionally, like trying to manipulate them through all this stuff, and it's crazy. Titus playing the victim card. DB, who's playing the victim card, man?
Nah, he's just talking.
A lot of people, need to think about this. Is when we were little kids. Remember back when we were little kids, we used to pretend that we could be anything we want to be. We would make it up in our own heads, right? We would make that up because based upon what we'd see on TV, we wanted to be superheroes, police officers, firemen. And now we're getting it from two angles as children. We're getting it from television, planting those seeds in our head. And we're also getting it from school and media, planting those seeds in our head. And the simple principle is whatever you plant most in your head, seed-wise, will yield a crop. And we're seeing this crop produce these just crazy, ungodly, abnormal thoughts. And they're bound to grow. They're going to grow. And this is what we have. We've been doing this for a long time. And now we have a whole generation that has this crop of dysfunction. And yet, now people like you guys, or maybe me and my wife, would be characterized as bigots. Really?
And racist.
Racist. I just said I love you, and I mean it.
No, because love is tied with acceptance. You didn't know that?
Exactly.
Love is tied with acceptance nowadays. You can't love someone and not accept them.
Love.
You must accept their lifestyle. You must accept it. Hey, if your son's a murderer, your son murdered a bunch of people, like a serial killer, like if Ted Bundy's parents love him still, and they're also murderers.
That's it.
Accept it.
Yeah. No. How about you can love someone and disagree with their lifestyle choices?
Totally.
But no, that's not allowed anymore. Love and acceptance are tied. No, they're not. I can love you and not accept your lifestyle.
That's
it. Things you do. Because, shoot, I love people in my life, and I do not accept their lifestyles or accept what they choose to believe or accept all this. That's called being grown up. It's called being an adult. Being able to disagree and still show love to people. Actual love, not talk behind the back and hateful. Now, here's the thing: but that doesn't mean you can't say the things you disagree with. Like this whole platform, me and Isaac is just saying things that we agree and disagree with, things that are happening in the culture that we don't align with, things that we think need to change. That doesn't mean we hate everyone implementing the things that we disagree with. That just means those things that we disagree with need to change because it's not helpful to our society and our world.
Yep. We got people saying W doctor. I just need you to know that. Like,
hey, W doctor.
Yeah, he's right. The doctor's right. We keep saying
That's a Sherwood is, go to Sherwood.tv, guys, just so you guys know. I forgot to tell you. Go to Sherwood.tv, guys. Get yourself on a detox.
We try to bring a little sanity back into the world because the world's insane right now, man.
Honestly.
It's funny, people, and this goes back to the core issue of today, and I think people would agree with this that are listening right now. Man, we live in a world where no one knows what even time it is. They're so confused. They are so anxious. They're so in fear. And folks, I just hope that you begin to learn to think for yourself, run it through the filter of what you know is right.
Yeah.
Don't base your opinions on what somebody else says. Run it through the filter of that internal calibrator you have called your heart. Determine what is true that way. Because right now, we're being inundated with all this stuff in our world, and nobody even knows what is truth anymore.
We must have groupthink. We must have groupthink.
Isn't that the
no critical thinking?
Confusion?
Yeah. You can't think for yourself. How dare you critique what I tell you?
That's it.
How
you
dare
can't
you
question me? How dare you?
Yeah, it's like even like some of the parents do that to their kids. That makes more sense though for the parent to do it to the kid than to the world to do it to its people or the country. Because like a parent, sometimes they won't tell you because they want to protect you, but that's their job as a parent. You're not a functioning adult. They think that they can implement that same parenting strategy on the country as a political leader. No, we put you in office to do what we want. Because we're old enough to comprehend what it is we want for our society. We don't need you to try and force it. And that's what people we know this, but we don't know this. We literally put you in power because we want you to do what we want.
That's well said. When I was running for office, and you guys know this as well, we live in a world now where these politicians, we put them in there with the idea that we put you there because you work for us. They get in there and they said, well, I got you, psych. Now I'm going to do what I want to do because I don't care what you think because I've got more power and influence over here than you can give me. And so when I look at what's happening, man, I just hope the people will rise up again and realize that money doesn't buy integrity. Money doesn't buy morals. Political platforms that are based upon those things cannot lead. And we need to get good men and women that really understand the ability to sit down at a table with someone that disagrees and still love them, as you said, Titus. That was great. And come up with a solution for the best of everybody. That's leadership. Leadership is not intolerance or dismissal or demonizing somebody because you disagree. That's the worst kind of leader, and that's what we have right now.
Exactly.
100%.
Also, Titus literally be telling people how to think, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
DB's back. I'm telling people how to think.
In a way, it's like I want you to critically think. Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you should. You don't have to agree with what he's saying, but you should definitely, think for yourself and not just listen to.
I'm telling you, man, I'm about to block you from the stream if you don't send me $5.
Yo, there was this is a story. It's kind of related, kind of not. But there's a school in Florida a Christian school that is outlawing gay people, transgender people, all these different homosexuality. Like, you can't go by pronouns of your choice. You have to go by the pronouns you were born with. There's a Christian school that's implementing that in Florida, which makes sense, right? It's Christian. But the internet is blowing up. There are people saying, like, how dare this Christian school...
Bigots!
How dare they not let people love who they want to love? How dare they do this, that, and the other? And I'm like, huh?
Well, don't go there.
Don't go.
That concept is foreign.
Go there if you don't want to. I don't care.
Exactly.
That concept is foreign.
It's a Christian school.
No.
What do you think that means?
It's like, you don't think the people going there are going there for the purposes of what you're trying to implement on them? Like, you're trying to implement this ideology. They're literally going to this school so they don't have to deal with that.
They're literally trying to cancel the school right now.
That's why we're going to this Christian school, because y'all public schools have your LGBTQ plus and 7th power clubs and groups, but then you don't care for Christian groups. You don't allow those groups. No. You're not allowed to have a Bible study group or anything, but you can have the LGBT, BLM, little safe spaces, segregating.
You can have satanic clubs too. That works.
Yeah,
Hellfire.
No, it's crazy. But that's why people are going to these schools that aren't implementing woke ideologies, because they don't want to be involved in it. So the fact that people are having, it's like, you can only have like freedom of like your life choices can only be free and allowed if it agrees with the woke ideology. Like
Right.
you can be a transgender, you can be gay, you can be what, you can be a pedo, you can be you can be a
Minor attractive
minor attractive person.
persons.
You can be one of those people, and it's fine because you're being your true self, your authentic self, and no one should stop you from being who you are, except Christians. You guys can't be who you are.
Nope.
You can't have the beliefs and foundations, biblical principles and foundations you've implemented in your life. You can't have those things
your beliefs are bigoted.
Your beliefs are bigoted. Really?
Racist.
Because I think even though they're the ones that they're bigoted. Like
let's not talk about. Never mind.
Wait, no.
No. I mean, other religions though, like other religions have similar beliefs. Like
Muslims will kill you.
But also against LGBTQ, but people, we respect them.
Yo, I can't get over it. You know what? Like two things I'll never get over. The funniest things in the world. This funniest thing ever is Islam or Muslims. People over here, like the LGBT, the woke community, all of them, leftists, are just like, Muslims. Like, we love them. Let them live how they want to. Sharia law, blah, blah, blah. And the queers from Muslim, like, yo, if you were over there and they knew who you are, you're dead.
Let's not talk about feminism.
You're dead. and then not only that, there's another thing. Oh yeah, feminism? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Oh, woman?
It doesn't even make sense.
Power over a man?
Excuse you? Girls were what? No, but like, and then also the Ukraine. The Ukraine, LGBT for Ukraine. Yo, they don't like you there either.
No.
They'll take your money because you're sending it to them.
Right.
But they do not care about you. If anything, they'll do the same thing Muslims will. It's like, y'all are wild.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's a battle that's old as time. It's good versus evil. It's God versus Satan. And that's what it boils down to. You know, it has nothing to do with religion. It has everything to do with God versus Satan, the world versus the kingdom of heaven. It's that old battle. And I don't think it's ever going to end. And I just hope that people will really, and I've said this before, if people don't believe in God, great, that's your choice. Mm-hmm. I do, and I think there's a heaven, and I think there's a hell, and if you don't believe that, okay,
you're free to do that.
Check this out. If I'm right, okay, cool.
We going up.
If you're wrong. Well, think about that.
And people are trying to use that as your fear tactics. Fear tactics are trying to scare people into.
It's one that I love people enough to say, "Hey, man."
Exactly.
You go seek truth yourself. If you don't believe God's real, great. But I encourage you to seek him out yourself.
That's one of the highest forms of love.
That's what
don't criticize me for who we are. Don't criticize the Smith brothers.
Please.
And we're breaking down truth, saying you discern it for yourself.
That's one of the highest forms of love, is to tell someone who's living a way that they should not be living, and knowing that it's going to be controversial, knowing you might be hated, knowing people might not like you, and they might hate you, and you tell them anyway about Jesus because you can love them enough to like be hated by them. And the people,
it's fascinating.
So frustrated when people come to them.
It's super fascinating because, like, even in my own life here, even in the clinic, right where I'm at right now, most diseases that people experience in life are self-created. In other words, they eat garbage, they create a bunch of nonsense, they make themselves type 2 diabetic, for God's sake, right? And I look at them and I'm like, you know what? You did that. Nobody helped you except the world do that. And I love you enough to say you're doing that to yourself. So I encourage them, and this is a reverse way to look at it, I encourage them to say out of their mouth, I created the disease that I have. And when they do that, they're like, oh my gosh, I did that.
Yeah.
And if we do that, that's your choice. You got the consequences, but I can't help you.
Yeah.
And people might get offended by that. It's not my problem.
Nope.
The Bible says faithful are the wounds of friends and deceitful are the kisses of the enemy. And it's super important to just, give people the opportunity.
Yeah.
The opportunity to recognize the error of their ways, and they can make the change.
You said something about
become perpetual truth bearers,
Yeah. You said something about telling them like the truth and making them say. But I remember we have a brother as a friend who she had been getting a little overweight, a little heavier. So the doctor, you're a doctor.
Yeah.
tells her she's a little overweight. I don't know if he said she was obese, or he said she's over the weight that she should be. And she goes and tells my brother, yeah, my doctor was a little fat phobic.
Huh?
You can't even be a doctor and tell someone that they're killing themselves without being called a slur.
Fat
They have a slur. Fat phobic? Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
That's
no.
actually saying. And
You know
before I
what?
get your thoughts on that, because I want to hear them, I gotta tell everyone a quick plug. Everybody go to the Rumble account because YouTube is being weird with me and Isaac. I'm not gonna lie. Our shorts have been. they're doing well. We have a decent amount of followers, but they're not doing as well as they have been. I think YouTube might be censoring us a little bit. Or YT. YouTube's great. They love us. I'm not gonna say anything bad about them. They're the best. Thank you so much, YouTube. Anyways, go to Rumble right now. Go subscribe to that channel. It's Smith Bros. It's right here. It's in the description below too if you can't find it. Go to it right now because we need that. Also, if you weren't here earlier, go to SmithBrosPodcast.com, subscribe to our newsletter, blah, 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 blah. And we're back. I want to hear Dr. Sherwood's opinion on fat phobic doctor.
Yes, the fat phobic doctor.
Yes. So what did you think, Dr. Sherwood, about that story we told you?
Well, about the doctors and things.
Well, the doctor said that our brother's friend who said that the doctors mean fat phobic.
It's actually racist.
Because it's also racist. No, she said the doctor was fat phobic just because he told her she needed to lose weight. Have you ever had that?
Yeah.
Whoa. No, really?
It's interesting. Like in our lives, you guys know my wife and I personally, we're friends.
Yes.
We look at our lives and say we must live it out and not be hypocritical. I really honestly believe that. Why would somebody listen to me if I'm fat and overweight? I mean, seriously, I wouldn't.
No,
I wouldn't. And I'm not knocking anybody when I say this. I am myself, and I say things maybe sometimes that are a little abrupt.
Yeah.
But it's all meant love. I get a little disturbed sometimes, even when I go to churches and the pastor is trying to tell me how to live, when I look at them and obviously can see based upon observations that they completely disregard and abuse the temple that's the greatest creation of all time. And I tend to turn them off like a light switch. Now, that may be a little abrupt, but I do the same with doctors too. And like we need to seek out people that are going to live it so that they can love us appropriately.
Exactly. I love that.
Isn't the person like in the Biden administration's like the head of the health organization? She's like, or he, I think it's a guy, a transgender, overweight person is in charge of our health. And it's like, why? Do you know anything about health?
Nope.
They don't, man. Our government knows zero about health. I mean, I've looked at that for the last 50 years. The Center of Disease Control should rightly be called the Center of Disease Out of Control and Lack of Prevention. The Food and Drug Administration should probably be called the Food and Demonic Merger Administration. It is not right. And we have the Surgeon General who is generally trying with everything to make more surgeries and make more money. Big Pharma is about big managing diseases, and big government and big food is all about capitalizing on sick people. And that's not okay, man.
No, it's not.
So that's where we are right now.
Can you tell us what we need to do? I mean, obviously we need to go to Sherwood.tv,
Right.
But can you tell us what we need to do? I mean, while we're here, might as well check it out real quick. Let's just go to Sherwood.tv. Let's give people a little tour. What do we do? Our health is bad. The sick, the food industry is trying to kill you. This big pharma does not care about your health. Where do we go on here? Just guide me. Where do I go if I want to get this plan?
All right. So first of all, I want people to look at that as two words: hope and health. We need to have some hope, man, and set some. You can't have hope if you don't have health, and you can't have health if you don't have hope. They go together.
Yes.
People today are looking for hope and health. People today are drastically becoming more and more overweight. That complete nutritional meal shake right now, you see Kingdom Fuel. We made that. It's a complete food that people can have, and they actually can have that. It's a 2-year shelf life. It's a complete meal. So it solves the problem right there of what we're going to eat, even when we're in a hurry and stressed out.
Ooh,
so people can get that. Yeah, that's a good place to start, because people ask all the time, do you do weight loss plans? Well, Depends on what you mean. Do I want you to get rid of excess fat? Yes. And do we help you? Yes. Because I know that excess fat creates a lack of hope and it creates a lack of health. So
Right.
Yes.
we try to get that right. But if you'll go right there to where it says plans,
Yes.
it's
Also
the
says
top banner. Oh, there, right there. That actually takes you to a page where people can get a variety of health transformation plans that we have actually out there for them that they can actually use, buy, and purchase. And there's some wonderful testimonials down there you see from people that have actually been through them. And so
yes.
these are real life people, man. And
Yes,
so
guys, just look at this. It's life changing. When my health improves,
that's it.
everything else improves.
Totally.
My marriage, being a father to my kids, my career. Yo, listen to this. Health is the foundation for all other improvements in life. This is one of the first reviews. Just think about that, guys. You're doing it for your family. You're doing it for yourself. You're doing it so you can do what God wants you to do. And so there's these plans here. And don't forget, there is a discount with the promo code SmithBros. So
Yeah, come on.
So let's talk about it. So which one, after we got to choose your path to optimal health, which one would you suggest to start with?
So, when you look at that that health reset plan, that's a 2-week program that includes a detox, meal plans, videos, program guide, supplements. And in 2 weeks, it's like somebody says, I need a kick in the butt, right? I mean, everybody can go through the little wheels. I need a kick in the backside. Go to the 2-week health resets. That'll give you what you need for 2 weeks. The starter plan is a 4-month plan. That's 120 days that people can do. Supplies all your supplements, all your program meals, videos, video-based course, detox kit, everything you need to get your body squared away for 4 months. And that is everything as far as the complete program goes. We get that done for you, and it's already out there labeled out. And then the custom plan, wherever you are in the United States or world, people can go there and we can customize a plan for you, and you can work directly with myself, my wife, or some of our other clinicians here at the Functional Medical Institute. And we do this all the time. Like even today, I was talking to someone from California on one coast and someone from Virginia on the other coast. That was just today. And people get better. They get free. And I just want to give people back their lives, man. That's our whole point of existence.
Yeah. We love that. And someone commented below, is there any plans for nursing mothers?
Yes, absolutely. A nursing mother needs to kind of have the idea of, and this is a powerful statement for you, mom, out there. 1/3 of your toxins in you are going into your baby every time you breastfeed. 1/3. So therefore, we need to be aware of the toxins in us. Toxins get accumulated through excess fat tissue. Now, mom, I do not want you going on a diet, but I do want you taking the right things: vitamin D, omega-3, which we would supply for you, as well as an anti-inflammatory nutritional intake where you can have as much as you want.
Boom. So we got you. EIS. I don't know how to say your name, but we got you.
Can we talk about how Dr. Mark Sherwood was wearing a suit in that photo and looked absolutely jacked? Can we just talk about it?
When does he not look? When does he not look absolutely
I'm like,
jacked?
yo, like if I look like that in a suit, I'm always wearing one. Like it's insane.
Yeah, guys. So basically,
who knows about health? Like,
if you want to, and you were saying this earlier. If you look like fat, I'm not going to take advice from you on things. Like when I go to the gym and I was like, I'm bigger than or not even just bigger, but in better shape than these personal trainers. I'm like, who are you training and why? Like, and why does how can someone take you seriously when you don't look the part? And like, well, they have the knowledge. I'm like, yeah, but they don't have the discipline.
Woo! Yeah. Look, knowledge is great, but hear my heart with this: knowledge and the incorrect use of knowledge is utter foolishness. Yeah. But knowledge with the correct use is called wisdom. Don't just seek a person who has knowledge, but seek a person that has both wisdom and knowledge. And at that point, you'll find somebody that actually can lead you down a pathway of success.
Yeah. And if you have knowledge, and you don't implement that knowledge, knowing the risk to not implementing that knowledge, what is wrong with you?
It's misguided.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
No.
So like that saddens me, y'all. But also, go to Sherwood.tv and put in the promo code SmithBros, guys. Because look, like you just heard, there's a 4-month plan that, I mean, honestly, I'm speaking on that. There's a 2-week detox y'all need to get on that. And there's also a customized plan if you need to directly work with them. And guys,
Yes.
there's like we just mentioned before, like all the health issues that people have in the world, like we're the number one, like we're the most obese country. People are dying from heart disease all the time, which is a factor of the food. The stuff that's in our food is literally killing us. Like the things they spray on the food, like to make it bigger, and all these things, it's just not good. So you guys need to get your health. We all need to, not just you. Me too. Me, Isaac as well. We need to get our health in order. So go to Shuri.tv and put in the promo code SmithBros.
Get yourself a discount.
Get a discount. Come on. No, but honestly, we'll end with this. We talked about the Queen Elizabeth dying, and that's, it's that a person's dead, unless, she wasn't part of the pedocycle craziness. Then it's like, burn. I'm just kidding. No, but we talk about Netflix and their gay agenda, and we're gonna fight back on that. I'm never going to stop attacking the crazy indoctrination they're trying to push on these kids. And almost like people say, I'm deleting my Netflix, and I agree, not supporting them, like that's great and all, but also we need to know what they're indoctrinating to keep these kids with as well. Because that's how they get away with it. If we all delete our accounts and don't have it, and then there's some stuff on it that's fine, there's some stuff on it that's bad. So it's like delete. I understand not wanting to support a business that's doing that, but it's also like, okay, so now the people that aren't aware that are watching it, you don't know that they're watching stuff that they shouldn't be watching.
Right.
So yeah, their agenda is crazy, and also the health. You guys need to get your health. You need to do that. So those 3 things that we talked about today, it was great, and we're so excited. So Dr. Sherwood, we want to, as always, leave you with something to say to close out the interviews, or anything that you would like to, last words.
Well, I just appreciate you guys very much, and I encourage people who are listening right now to go to that website and subscribe right now. Please do that. I'm asking you personally to do that because I know these men. They are trying to communicate truth to the world, and I respect you guys very, very much. So I want people to do that. Do that one thing for me. Go right there, and I like the word unapologetically biblical and constitutional truth.
Yes, sir.
How many can't use some of that in our world? So I want to see everybody listening right now. Go there right now and type in your name and information. And from me to you, the best way I know how to change the world is to, first of all, bring change in your own life. Look yourself in the mirror and ask the question honestly, am I doing everything I can do to support you?
Yeah.
So that you can represent truth and hope. We need to have life. We need to have a good life, but you can't have a good life until you respect your own life. So I'll leave you with that as a thought for the day, and I just appreciate you guys very, very much.
We appreciate you so much, too. Thank you, Dr. Sherwood.
You're welcome.
All right.
You just got to be like Michael Jackson. Take a look at yourself and make a change. Come on.
Oh, take a look at yourself and make that change. All right, I'm done. I'm probably get that copyrighted and everything. But anyways, thank y'all so much for joining us. It was a blast. And I can finally look at you now because we're not staring at Dr. Sherwood. But you guys have been amazing. As always, the support has been amazing. Go down in the description below. Do not forget to go subscribe to the Rumble. Follow the Rumble, guys, because we don't know what YT is going to do in the long-term run area situations. Subscribe to Smith Bros. If we ever do get nuked on here, we're just going to only use the Smith Bros, grow that channel, and everything will be Smith Bros. We created our own individual channels because we just did, and I thought
this is how we started.
Smart, but now we figured it's hard to do so many different channels. It really is. So we have his channel, my channel, our joint channel, and then we have our joint channel on other platforms like Rumble. And that's what so on anything else, you will see Rumble, except for I think Twitter and True Social, we have our own stuff.
Yeah.
But on Instagram as well. But we also have Smith Bros on Instagram, and all that stuff. So be sure to go in the description below. Just subscribe and follow to everything, guys, because we need your support. We appreciate the support. And we have a Patreon, but I think we're going to switch up to locals possibly. I don't know. Okay. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, go for sure. If you want to support us in any way whatsoever, obviously we'd appreciate that. Thank you guys for being awesome. And we're going to go. Best. You're the best. We love you. Peace. And then here we are. We're just waiting for the end broadcast. There we go.